How's it going, everybody?
Coach Karweck here, Matt LaCombe. So you want to do things, Stephen, we can open up the questions.
Yeah. What a great upstate battle that was. You know, it was two great teams, fighting it out, to the end. And I thought that, I was really proud of our guys. We responded the second half and did a great job, So we got a lot to take from this. We're going to continue to go forward for sure. Proud of Matty, did a great job, continues to do so. So we're excited about learning the lessons and pushing forward to next week.
Any questions for, go ahead.
For both you guys, just what's the challenge of trying to contain Joey Spallina? At first he was kind of assisting on a lot of shots, but then he started coming from the net, behind the net a lot.
Yeah, I mean, one of the things that if you watch the way that we play team defense, and so if it wasn't Joey behind there, it was going to be somebody else that was going to try to make those plays, and so we constantly push in the way that we play team defense and to do to each other. We missed a couple of opportunities that our team defense could have executed on. Would you agree, Matty? But that's one of those things that we got to shore up. So is guys specific. If you watch the game, we really don't play that way. So that to us is not super relevant.
And Matt, I know not the result you wanted, but getting to play in the Dome and back here close to home. You're close to home anyway, but to be right in your backyard at the Dome again, what was that like?
Yeah, always awesome playing here in the Dome. I mean, growing up as a kid in Manliness, went to probably 1,000 Syracuse games growing up, so, I mean, always great to play here. Really kind of full circle moment, had a lot of people in the stands, so, I mean, just awesome to play here in general, but especially being so close to home.
You guys were able to put up 6 goals in the third quarter against Syracuse. In comparison to your first half, what was kind of working for you guys, or what did you see from Syracuse defense that you kind of capitalized on?
Yeah, we had, I don't know how many, he had 10 saves, I think, at the half. We were putting pressure on him. He was making some good saves, and we just kept telling our offense, we got to keep peppering them, and they started to fall in the third, to your point. And I think that, I think the kid made some good saves. We missed a goal a couple of times, but we were getting the shots that we wanted. He was making some of those saves. And so I think what happened in the third quarter, to your point, they started to fall a little bit, but we kept getting the shots that we wanted, and that's what we were most excited about.
Coach, what did you see Syracuse do well to break you guys' 10-man ride?
They do a good job running through checks, running through some of those moments. They kept their eyes up. They got a couple of goals on it, obviously, that you don't love. But you got to be able to put in a 50 to 60-yard shot, and that's really hard to do. And they made a couple of those, and so that's not super exciting. But on the other hand, that's the risk that we take when we get into the 10-man ride. We're very aggressive, and then you get the other thing, where they don't go 100% in the clear, for example, and we get that, we get them back a couple times. So, I would think that would be the thing I wish we would have had back a little bit, closed on some of the things when the clock got down, under 65 seconds. We got to close on that shooter a little bit more, make that thing sail a little bit more, or die on the ground, so that Matt and some of the defensemen can pick them off, kind of like how they did a little bit later in the third.
Coach, 2 for 8 on extra man opportunities in this game. What did you see out of the Syracuse man down unit that kind of gave you guys some trouble?
You got made saves. I mean, if you watch it, we had doorstop, and we had, interior, and we had one from the outside, and, so we got shots on all of them. I think it was maybe one we didn't, but we got shots on all of them, and they were really good opportunities. I mean, Rory Connor from the crease, we'll take that all day, that kind of thing. So when we evaluate, sorry, Matt, I feel like I'm talking the whole time, brother. When we evaluate our offense and how we're doing, are we getting the shots that we want? And then if that's the case, then you can continue to score goals throughout the course of the year. We got to continue to stay deceptive on our shots so that they can go in. But he made some good saves on men up. Statistics alone, I think we got the shots that we wanted.
Any questions?
I just want more. Matt, not trying to get you fined or anything here, but felt like there was some frustration on the sideline with the officiating.
No, I just want to make sure that this hat was flexible enough. I'll wear it again. Listen, you hate to see my reactions, frankly. I tell my team all the time about poise and discipline, and I didn't do it, frankly. So it's not the referees at all. That's their job to call the game the way they need to call it, and they did a great job doing it. I thought the game was fair and the game was, exciting, and it's exactly what the fans want and everything else. I have to control my temper, frankly, and so I was disappointed in myself, and I told the team that. And I'm going to continue to tell them that, and we're emotional, we're exciting, and that's a good thing, but we have to temper, and so, that's on me. That's not on anybody that wears stripes at all. Those guys did a great job. I have to control my bench a little bit better, and I have to control my temper when that stuff happens, so.
Anything else?
Somebody hammer Matt with a question. Jesus, it came all this way.
All right, thank you.
Good? Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Appreciate it, everybody.
Thanks, Coach.